The one thing I'll say about, what's his name? What's the owner's name?
Javier.
The one thing I'll say about Javier, he covers his fucking bases, man.
Yeah.
You realize they have fucking cameras on each of their techs?
Wow.
Yeah, I got something to give you a plant here.
Body cams, huh?
We're up, by the way.
Okay, so I can't say evil things about my wife.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
We like talking about wives.
My favorite wife story you have was when she stole her own purse.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about that.
God, that was the best.
We were just talking about how nice Ring technology is. Ken doesn't have one yet. He didn't think he thought he had to have
You look good today.
a doorbell.
What'd you do? Why do you look better all of a sudden?
Because I got over the
Why are you
flu.
hitting on Clint now?
Did you hit rock bottom and now you're coming back up?
Yeah,
What's
he's
going on?
he's yo-yoing. He's yo-yoing up.
Yeah, I'm yo-yoing up. I had type A flu.
What's that mean?
It means you're sick. I don't know. I didn't know I thought I just had a cold. Judy went in because she was had the same thing. She went in and they told her it was type A flu. But I'd had it long enough.
Wait a minute, you got the fucking flu?
I had it last week.
You're going to get hit with...
No, I'm not. I'm past the contagious, I'm sure. I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
computer chair.
Sit over here. Our guest isn't coming.
They're really pissed at you because your big ass isn't.
I know. My big fat head.
Are you on antibiotics?
No, it's flu's viral.
I am.
Viral. You are.
No.
God, you're VD.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, and I am so happy to bring you the only place in the media anywhere where you can just unload about anything. You see, we don't say, can't talk about that. Nope, can't talk about that. Yeah, we can help there. No, we can't help there. Oh, sorry, can't talk about an advertiser. Oh, sorry, can't do this, can't do that. This is a town hall meeting, a backyard meeting over the fence to your neighbor. This is the only place to just talk. Just let it all out. Just talk to me. Any problems, questions, and complaints, I call it media with a purpose. And as Seinfeld used to say about his show, it's a show about nothing. This show is about nothing, and it's about everything. And it's brought to you by realcbdthatworks.com. By the way, CBD, meaning CBD oil. CBD oil in its purest form works no matter what it is, no matter who makes it, if they can get the purest form. And that's where I stand behind Panacea Life Sciences. Of all the products that were sent to me, this is the one that really worked, and I loved it, and I love them, and it really does work. realcbdthatworks.com. 20% off if you put Martino in the coupon code. 20% off this month. realcbdthatworks.com. So let's talk. I said this is the only place to call if you need help. And I really mean that. And we decided that we will funnel your call even if we can't handle it. Like, do you remember we said you get frustrated. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to call. Call here first then. We will make sure you get heard. Sometimes, though, there's just nothing you can do about things. Nothing. You're just pissed off. Okay, so what would you do? What would you do personally? You do personally. If you had the tale of two plumbers, I want your opinion. You call a guy to your house to clear a drain. He comes out and says, there's a bad blockage in there. We can route it. We can do the router, but we don't guarantee it. We don't think it's a good idea. We think you should change it. It's not a good idea.
No, we think you should power jet it.
Jet wash it, and eventually replace the thing. Now, we're going to router it for $274. Is that right, guys? To water,
that included the trip charge, everything else, but yes, a total.
But to water jet it, it would cost $1,200.
An additional $1,000.
But that's with a $400 coupon, a savings, right?
Yeah, regardless, an additional $1,000.
I call this tale of two plumbers. So
that's what the consumer calls.
Now listen,
ironically enough.
So he wants to go and get another opinion. So he calls another plumber. This plumber comes out and says, it should be water jetted. Same exact thing. There's a bad blockage. It should be jetted. Now, by the way, the first plumber did do the router as agreed, but the drain stopped up again in a couple days.
Right. Just like they said it most likely would.
They said, we're going to jet it. We're going to route it out. We're going to router it, but it'll probably come back. They told him right up front. Nobody disputes this.
And no complaints on the first one either as far as what they did.
They did it. It opened. It only lasted a couple days. Then they called a second plumber who said the same exact thing. This should be water jetted. We can route it, but it's best to water jet. So they water jetted it. Total. What was the total bill of the second plumber?
About $300.
That's water jetting?
Yeah.
And he did some routering too, right?
Right, because he had some blockage.
The whole bill was $300.
It would have been, the water jet part would have been $200 or $199. They got all the way down somewhere and they had to do something
Right.
else.
Right.
So now think about this. The first guy said, if you jet this, it'll be $1,200, and that's with a $400 savings. Okay? But the guy didn't have it done. He only had the routing done, which, by the way, both plumbers said is not a good idea. Both plumbers. But he decided to have it done anyway. He wanted to try to do it cheaper, so he did it for $274, and it came back in a few days. The second plumber said the same thing. It needs to be water jetted, but the water jetting and snaking was only $300. This is for both combined. This guy, the guy loves plumber number 2. He says this plumber not only water jetted it, but he also snaked it, and combined, it's only $300. And the first guy wanted $1,200, and that was allegedly with a $400 savings. I am outraged. Okay, they're both on the referral list, both of them. And by the way, that guy for $1,200 isn't alone. There are others that would charge $800 or $900. There are some that'll charge $700. We don't control price. No one controls price. No one controls price. No one. Well, if you're in Moscow, maybe, but not here. We don't control price. Now, we control honesty and ethics if we find out they're doing something wickedly bad. But if their normal price is this, and they subtract this, and they're still higher than everyone else, then the free marketplace did its job. He had plumber number 2 do it for $300. But here's plumber number 1. Now, he wants to dispute the charge on plumber number 1. He doesn't want to pay him a dime. Why? Because he's pissed. Why? The guy told him, we will snake this. The guy told him it probably won't work. The guy told him it's probably going to get clogged again, and it did. Plumber number 2 came out, told him the same thing, but charged him less. Now, remember, the first guy didn't charge the $1,200, but this consumer is outraged that it would have been $1,200. Would have been. He is so outraged that it would have been $1,200 that he wants to dispute the $274. Does any of this make sense? Now, I can understand if I had the first plumber out and he said it was going to be $1,200 to jet it, and the second guy said it's $300 to jet it, plus I'm going to throw a snake in with it, I would go with the second guy. Would I be upset with the first one? Not particularly, unless he lied to me somehow. But what this guy, Dan spent 20 minutes with this guy. What does he want? What does he want us to do? We don't publish prices. Listen, I don't know what to do. Do we put a menu of pricing on everything on the entire list? Because you can't just pick one thing. Now, I'm not just talking about me, but I'm talking about in general. In general, what should people do? Shop around. Isn't that what free market economy is? Shop around. Now, if you mistakenly think because they're on the referral list,